Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks, and somebody's having trouble reproducing something like this. They're using some sort of white box around it. So I thought I'd show them. I'm not going to use the exact same font. And he actually suggested using the name green and the letter G. A lot of letters aren't going to work for this scenario if you're going to cut this out, because the interior of the G would be hidden in the other letters. So you need some letters like P, E, B, H probably doesn't work, but the W does, so I'm going to use W. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this name, it's still a text, I'm going to left click, and I'm going to right click. That doesn't really matter, but then I'm going to do the same thing to this. I'm going to left click, right click. And then before I move that up, I'm going to hold down my shift key and I'm going to double click on my rectangle tool, and that put a rectangle around that name perfectly. I'm going to go to effects, I'm going to go to contour. I'm going to contour 2 steps at 0.03, and you'll see why in just a second. I'm going to go to object, I'm going to break the contour apart. Now I'm going to take my letter, I'm going to hit P, put it in the center of the page. I'm going to move the one I just created out of the way. This thing is like 20 inches big, so I'm going to set my nudge factor on 24 just to get everything out of the way. I'm going to take the Smart Fill tool, set on black, and if you're an engraver, you want it to be RGB black. I'm going to hit that part. I'm going to hit the space bar or the arrow key to the left, just nudging them out of the way. Then I'm actually going to take my word now, which I can, and I left click black, right click no outline, and I can nudge it over. You can see what we're already doing. Now what I would do is take the W out of the way. Whoop. And let's zoom in here on my box. And just take a 2-point line. There's several ways you could do this, but just take a 2-point line, holding down the control button to get a perfect line or perpendicular line, and then bring it to this box right here and have it snap to Control D and make a duplicate, bring it down and have it snap to. And what that's going to do is going to stop my Smart Fill from leaking in the other part. Nudge it over and it's done. Now you're not quite done. If you will look real minutely, there's a line through here that is the hairline. In engraving, it will basically not matter. But as a safety feature, I would always grab it all, go to object, and combine it. And if you look, it combined all those black, so now there's no line there. Now the only disadvantage in that you can't, you'd have to go to break curve apart, and it would totally probably mess it up if you did it now like that. But that can be fixed. But once you're done, it's done. And then, as always, I take a yellow box, right click or left click, go to object, order back a page, and then you can see that there's nothing there, but he was having trouble with white, slightly engraving. Now, like again, there's and if you're going to engrave this, there might be a way to use the G, and if I can think of it real quick, I might make a second video. But anyway, I hope that helped a little bit, and thank you for watching.